Commissioner Singha. Commissioner Singha is absent.
Okay, so we just found out about 5 to 10 minutes ago that Commissioner Sangha cannot make it tonight. If there's anyone that has an item that would like to continue to when there's all 5 commissioners, please let us know now. Okay, if not, we're going to continue. Okay, actions on requests for continuances or withdrawals.
No, thank you.
Okay. At this time, the public is welcome to address the Planning Commission on items of interest to the public that are not listed on the agenda. Not listed on the agenda. So if there's anyone here that would like to speak on something that's not in the agenda, please come up. Seeing none, anyone online? Okay, moving on to action items. We have a consent agenda, item number 1 and 2. Items calendared for consent will be approved in one motion without a public hearing unless a member of the Planning Commission chooses to remove the item from the consent calendar. Or someone from the audience would like to remove. Good. Seeing none, do we have a motion for the consent?
So moved.
We have one motion for item 1 and 2 and a second.
Commissioner Midgley? Commissioner Mealis?
Yes.
Commissioner Rustaller?
Yes.
Commissioner Grunsky?
Yes. Okay, both consent items pass. Moving on to item 3, site approval number PA 2200137 of Griffith Family Properties, Cola Energy Storage. And I believe we have a presentation from staff.
Thank you, Chair. We have Stephanie Stowers who will be giving a presentation. She's our senior planner. Thank you.
Good evening, Chair and Commissioners. This project includes 2 applications. A site approval application for a 32-acre, 400-megawatt battery energy storage facility, also called a BESS, B-E-S-S, in case I use that shorthand, and a Williamson Act contract cancellation to cancel a 40-acre portion of the existing contract to allow for the development of the BESS facility and related improvements. Additionally, the project approval will include the certification of the final environmental impact report. The project site has a general plan and zoning of general agriculture. The parcel is under Williamson Act contract and consists of grazed, non-native grassland, 3 residences with accessory structures, and a farm employee residence. The project site is located immediately adjacent to the San Joaquin-Alameda County line, south of Patterson Pass Road and southwest of 580 and the city of Tracy. The county line is noted in orange on this image, so right here. Throughout the presentation, I put the county line in orange on pretty much every image, so you'll see that throughout. The site is located approximately 1,500 feet east of the PG&E substation in Alameda County. A cluster of residential uses is located directly north of the project site on the north side of Patterson Pass Road, which is up here. And there are scattered residences along Midway Road to the west of the project site within Alameda County. As I noted previously, the project proposes the development of a battery energy storage system facility, and it's connected to the existing PG&E substation in Alameda County. The system will be connected to the substation with a Gentie line, which I have depicted in green and yellow on this slide. So, I didn't move forward, sorry. So the connection line is shown here. This is a copy of the site plan submitted by the applicant with details added for clarity. The project area is depicted in yellow and includes the installation of 500 freestanding batteries, as well as supporting equipment, a collector, substation, inverters, fencing, access roads, and supervisory control and data acquisition systems located on the site. The facility, as noted, will connect to the PG&E substation. The Williamsnack contract cancellation area is outlined in green and includes approximately 40 acres. The BEST facility will occupy 32 acres, while the additional 8 acres will be utilized for related improvements and grading. CDD determined that an environmental impact report, or EIR, was necessary to analyze potential impacts of the project. The EIR process began in December of 2022, and the draft EIR was posted for review for the required 45-day comment period that concluded on December 29th of 2023. The EIR did not identify any significant impacts that could not be mitigated to a less than significant level. The final EIR was completed and the 10-day review period began on February 9th, 2024. The EIR may be certified 10 days after finalization and will be certified with the project level approval at the Board of Supervisors. After circulation of the draft EIR, the project was modified and the location of the batteries was altered. With the modifications, the size of the project is unchanged at 32 acres, with the 8 additional acres related to site improvements. Ultimately, the project layout was shifted farther from the county line and residences in Alameda County, and the battery storage area was reoriented. This modification reduced the amount of grading needed to construct the facility and allowed for the reduction in the number and height of sound walls required for noise mitigation. The original layout required sound walls up to 26 feet in height encompassing the facility, but the updated layout results in the need for one singular sound wall 15 feet in height adjacent to the western perimeter of the development. This wall is to be 1,276 feet in length, and the approximate location is depicted with a pink line above. So this is the revised layout, and the sound wall approximate location is depicted here. CDD staff reviewed the revisions and changes to the necessary mitigation measures and determined that the project revisions and updated mitigations did not constitute significant new information. As a result, recirculation of the draft EIR was not required. The revised mitigation requirements have been incorporated into the mitigation monitoring and reporting program and recommended conditions of approval that were attached to the staff report. In order to approve a Williamsnack contract cancellation, the Board of Supervisors must make one of 2 findings. Staff reviewed the findings and is recommending that finding 2, that the cancellation is in the public interest, can be made in the affirmative. The project will increase local energy storage capacity and improve grid resiliency, which is consistent with the state objectives to convert to 100% clean energy by 2045 and will be in the public benefit. The applicant considered other land not under Williamsnack contract for the project. However, the proximity to the PG&E substation and related transmission lines make the proposed project site unique and allow for the most logical pattern of development. Additionally, the remainder of the parcel will continue under contract and will continue to be classified as grazing land. The project was submitted and review began in 2022 on this project. Because the new development title didn't go into effect until December 29th of 2022, this project was reviewed under the 1992 development title, including the findings. Staff recommends that all 5 findings consistent with the 1992 development title can be made in the affirmative. This photo was taken from Midway Road in Alameda County looking east at the project site. The project will be located approximately 700 feet east of the roadway and 200 feet behind the existing residential use on site. This photo is taken from Patterson Pass Road looking south at the subject parcel. The view of the development will be obstructed by the hill in the foreground, so it's kind of like behind that hill. So you won't really see it much from Patterson Pass Road. It is recommended that the Planning Commission forward this project to the Board of Supervisors with the recommendations provided on this slide and included in the staff report. Thank you. That concludes staff's presentation.
Okay, questions for staff from the commission? Okay, seeing none, at this time we'll hear from the applicant or their representative.
Good evening, Chair and Commissioners. I think Stephanie did a great job giving you all the details of the project. I wanted to step back and do a little high-level overview. So, Cola Energy Storage, if you haven't heard of it before, is actually a subsidiary of NextEra Energy Resources. which is the world's largest producer of energy from the wind and sun. We're an American-owned and operated company with over 10 years of experience in operating wind, solar, and battery storage projects. We also have extensive experience in California with approximately $9 billion in capital investment in the state and approximately $52 million in annual payroll, employing a lot of local residents for these projects. We also have about $25 million in property taxes paid as of 2022 annually. Into the project itself, we are, as you can see, adjacent to the PG&E Tesla substation. We did this strategically to minimize impacts. In the area, there's already a large built-out transmission corridor, so we wanted to minimize any visual impacts that could occur for other residences around us. And by being next to the substation, we're able to minimize the gen tie length as well. As Stephanie mentioned, the project will provide grid resiliency. It is a 400 megawatt by 4-hour battery storage project, so it can power up to 300,000 homes for 4 hours at a time. And this is really key in peak demand periods like in the summer to prevent rolling blackouts and does not require increased transmission build out as a larger megawatt build of wind or solar would require. There's near zero water usage during operation. There's only water usage during construction. That's also very minimal as we grade the area. And through the site redesign, we also reduce grading significantly, as Stephanie touched on. The project will produce $3 million in property taxes for San Joaquin County annually, and it also supports, obviously, California's renewable energy goals for 90% renewable energy in 2035 and then 100% by 2045. We also recently went into operation with the North Central Valley Battery Storage Project, which is a 132 megawatt facility in San Joaquin County that went operational as of December and so far has 100% mechanical availability. We have extensive experience building these projects safely, and we not only build them, but we operate them to ensure they meet our standards. They have 24-hour remote monitoring at our Operations Control Center, and we think it'll be a great benefit to the county as a whole.
Okay, thank you. Questions? Okay. Anyone that would like to speak in favor of the project? In favor of the project, come on up. And please state your name and address before you speak.
My name is Raul Hernandez. My address is 725 Chagall Lane, Stockton, California. I'm president of the San Joaquin Building Trades Council, which represents over 12,000 construction workers here in San Joaquin County. And what I wanted to highlight was the partnership that they've chosen this developer to do with our council in partnering with us and building this project with our workforce. And wanted to highlight pretty much what that means, right? A couple of things are happening because of this partnership. One is it's going to create a lot of work here locally, which is something that we're constantly struggling with. Our members are always having to drive outside the area, and whether the Bay Area or out of state, to work in their industry. And this project is going to allow them to be here close to home and be able to be at home and be able to participate in their daily lives, which is something that sometimes it's difficult to do. The other thing is the quality of project that is going to be built because of the use of our workforce is going to be a quality build project that's going to use a qualified workforce that's trained not only in each of the disciplines that are required, but also these crafts, these workers are trained to build projects that create the minimal adversary effects as far as construction, right? Construction could be dirty, could be moving dirt, whatever it is, the processes you do. We're trained to do projects in a cleaner sense as far as the environment, right? There's a lot of training that goes into effect from our workforce that's going to be able to build this project with more minimal impact during the construction part of it. So the San Joaquin Building Trades Council is in favor of this project. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anyone else that would like to speak in favor of the project? Come up, please.
Hi, my name is Victor Chow. I'm a member of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. Retired now, but I've been a member for 46 years. I live in Tracy, California. 4121 Glen Haven Drive, 95377. I like to speak in favor of this project. It will bring good union-paying jobs. It'll keep the money in San Joaquin County. Local people can work here or there on that project, and it upgrades the grid for when we have peak demands, emergency demands, and also other plants have been built, in California. I think Moss Landing is one of them. They've already expanded 3 times, so there's future expansion to meet further future needs for Tracy, San Joaquin County. Tracy's going crazy right now with what they're building, so, and like it was mentioned before, I grew up in Tracy, and I worked as for a union contractor in Tracy as an apprentice and young journeyman. I didn't have to commute. And then right about the early 80s, the bottom fell out, and I had to start working all over the country. And in my last 20 years, I worked in Fremont for a contractor, superintendent, and I was spending, in a good day, it was 4 hours a day away from my family, just commuting, windshield time. So this project, it's a nice size project. It'll provide work locally for local people. It'll stay in San Joaquin County, and that's about it. I just ask you to please approve this project. It's going to help the local economy, the local working man. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anyone else in the audience that would like to speak in favor of the project, please come up.
Hello.
Hello.
Chair Gronsky, member of the commission. My name is Joni Brook. I represent AVA Community Energy. AVA is a public agency that exists to provide more renewable energy at competitive rates for our customers. We reinvest earnings into the community, create local green energy jobs, local programs, and clean power projects. AVA's service territory currently spans Alameda County and the city of Tracy, with an upcoming extension into Stockton and Lathrop in 2025. Last year, AVA signed a 20-year agreement with COLA to purchase 125 megawatts of power from this facility, which will start delivering energy to the grid about the same time that Stockton and Lathrop come online. AVA is very excited to have a project in our service territory, supporting the local economy and local labor. This project is well aligned with AVA's mission and will help us continue to invest in our community. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Anyone else in the audience that would like to speak? Come on up.
Good evening, Commissioners. My name is Juan Perez. I'm an active member of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, IBEW Local 595. I represent hundreds of electricians working here in San Joaquin County who would love the opportunity to build their own community. The peaker plant, when it was first built, we had to extend that to a power plant because it wasn't sustainable. So this battery energy project will be. We're invested in building clean renewables and sustainable energy projects that will help meet California's aggressive climate change goals. I'm here to ask that you all approve this project to help us continue to get closer to meeting our state's climate change goals. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else that would like to speak here in the audience?
Good evening. I am Sarah Orgel from the Northern California chapter of the National Electrical Contractors Association. NorCal-NECA represents over 100 electrical contractors who employ local electrical workers and apprentices residing in and around San Joaquin County. This project will provide hundreds of construction jobs, positively impacting the economy, and more importantly, will benefit the community. I would like to stress the importance of our workforce working locally. It is key to the success of our contractors and our communities. If projects are moved elsewhere, our contractors have no choice but to chase work in other areas, and that does not help our county grow economically. On behalf of our NECA contractors, we are in support of this project moving forward. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else in the audience that would like to come forward and speak in favor? Okay. Seeing none. Anyone online?
Yes, we do have a participant online. I believe Tim would like to speak.
Yes, thank you very much. Good evening, members of the commission, members of the public. Thank you for your time tonight. I'm sorry I couldn't be there in person. My name is Tim Robertson. I'm Executive Director of the San Joaquin Building Trades Council. Also calling in to encourage approval of this project. Not only is it a great project that meets a lot of the goals of the community around environmental progress and workforce development, economic development, we are really happy that the Cola Energy project is going to be governed by a project labor agreement, which will ensure that the majority of the workers on the project are going to be local. Obviously, these are great jobs that we can keep here in San Joaquin County, while also ensuring the highest workplace standards and environmental standards and safety standards on the project. In addition to that, investment in projects like this allows us to continue to develop our training systems to bring more people into the high-quality careers that the unionized construction industry has to offer. We have many programs that we're partnering with the county to raise people up and help break down barriers to entry to this industry. And each project that we have like this that prioritizes local workers here in San Joaquin County is something that we can use to build capacities to continue to uplift folks into the really lucrative, prosperous, and family-defining careers that we have in the construction industry. For all of those reasons, I strongly encourage the Commission to advance, to certify, adopt, and approve all relevant items, to recommend to the Board of Supervisors. And I appreciate everyone's insight. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anyone else online in favor?
Seeing none.
Okay, seeing none, we will move to opposition of the project. If anyone in the audience would like to speak that is in opposition to this project, please come forward. Okay. Seeing none. Wait. Yeah, anyone online?
Seeing none.
Okay, I guess there's no reason for an applicant rebuttal at this point. Bringing it back to the Commission. Anyone? Any comments?
I'd like to move forward, make the motion to accept.
Second.
Do I need to read all PAs?
I don't think you.
Through the chair, I think you can just accept the recommendations as contained in the staff report.
Okay, I'd like to move that we approve the staff report as recommended and move it on to the Board of Supervisors.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second.
Second.
Okay. Commissioner Milas,
Yes.
Commissioner Midgley,
Yes.
Commissioner Roostaller,
Yes.
Commissioner Grunsky.
Yes. Okay, motion passes 4-0. Good, folks. Thank you. You can hang out if you want. Other business? Other business?
Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm just still trying to figure this mic out, so I apologize for blowing everyone's ears out earlier. Just one update from the Board of Supervisors. We did take a project to the February 6th Board of Supervisor hearing. This was for the truck parking facility that you had done just a few weeks before, and that did get approved.
Okay.
So I just wanted to let you guys know that.
Got approved.
Yes. That concludes my report.
Okay, Planning Commission's comments. I'm going to be out for the first meeting of April. Okay, I think that I'm gone till April 6th, so I think there's a Thursday in there, I imagine. So just a heads up. Oh, okay, when is, does that sound right? Okay. Okay, Director's Report, schedule of future hearings.
Well, I just like to skip ahead, so
Oh, yeah,
other
sorry.
business, I gave you my director's report. I don't have anything else to report. Thank you.
Okay.
I can do future meetings. We don't have anything scheduled on March 7th. We have a variance for Montezuma Fire for a side yard setback, a general plan, rezone, major subdivision, and a Williamson Act cancellation in Woodbridge, an administrative use permit for an owner-operator truck parking, the housing element annual progress report, and a Mountain House item all scheduled for the March 21st meeting, and then nothing so far scheduled for the April 4th, and then we'll have you that you're not going to be here.
Okay. All right. Very good. Okay, folks, that's it. Have a good evening.